Hello everyone, here with a video of something. I just wanted to talk about something that's been tickling my brain a little bit, and that is winds and waves coming out, right? I hope my little setup is working right here, but like something that has been bothering me lately, and if you saw the title of the video and see what's in front of you, you would know what I'm talking about, and that is the idea of winds and waves having another evolution, right? Because if you've done your research, you would know that Pokemon Sun and Moon, Pokemon Company originally had a design, like they wanted to release an actual new evolution, which would have been, they wanted to release a flying type Pokemon during Sun and Moon. But they did not because they thought it didn't fit the game's criteria, based off of the titling of the game. Sun and Moon, like when did Espeon and Umbreon come out? Like even Espeon and Umbreon would make more sense for Sun and Moon, right? But so what they wanted to do was release a flying type Pokemon for Sun and Moon, but they didn't, because they didn't think that it fit the criteria of those games, basically. So I just wanted to quickly make a video breakdown and a bit of a philosophical breakdown, not philosophical, but like a very detailed analysis on Pokemon design, and like a lot, like very deep thinking about like what probably it takes to actually design Pokemon. Because I have seen fan art designs before. Most designs of like fan-made evolutions, I'm sorry to be disrespectful, but they're all shit. They're always really bad looking, and it is very rare to find a good looking Pokemon fan art design. Like, have you ever seen a Pokemon fan art design of a bug type evolution? I'm sorry, but they are always the most disgusting looking thing you have ever seen. A bug type evolution. So I wanted to actually take an actual breakdown here of, okay, let's start with Jolteon. We have Jolteon on screen, of course, but Jolteon. I want to take an actual methodical perspective here of looking at each design. Hold on. Here's Bulbapedia's Pokedex, okay? So if you actually take a look at the actual designs, okay, I guess Vaporeon comes first. Okay, so Eevee looks very basic. You can obviously tell it is a literal normal type, right? Don't need to do any more analysis than that. But so Vaporeon, for example, it is let's extract what we already know about Pokemon design. Let's forget the fact that it's a water type for a moment, and assume we've just seen this thing before. Assume that we have just now seeing it for the first time. By design, you could already tell it is a water type, based on all of the aspects that it has to it. It has this dolphin-shaped fin at the back. It has these spines. It's blue. I don't know what. It has this dorsal fin on its head. It's got these. I don't know what part of actual nature these fins and this collar fin thing comes from, but you can tell it is it's supposed to look like a water type. It's not they didn't strap Eevee to a Marlin and create a very disgusting looking abomination to be the water type evolution, right? And then when you get to Jolteon, without the fact that seeing that it is yellow, there's not a lot that you can probably assume about it, for it to figure out that it is an electric type. other than the fact that it has these very spiky design, it's very spiked fur, and that it's yellow, right? You're using, I don't know what it is in psychology, but you're using, like, it's a combination of things, plus the fact that they tell you that it's an electric type, which leads you to know that it's supposed to represent an electric type, right? But like that, all that being said, like, you can still get behind it and like figure out that, like, yes, it is also still a very cute design, which is probably a big deal to the Eeveelutions. Like, they don't try to make and like I'll get into that more later, but like, and then Flareon, like, there's actually not a lot to this design other than the fact that it's red. If this was the same colors as Eevee, you would think that it is just a bigger, fluffier Eevee. But the fact that it is red makes you think, oh, it's a fire type. That's all it is. But so, who's next? I guess Leafeon. Leafeon is like the biggest one. That is the most one of the actually more interesting designs and the best Eeveelution of all time. Let's just agree to that, because I've been playing Pokemon Shield for a while now on my channel, and Leafeon is the most broken, overpowered Eeveelution of all time. Once you actually get a rarer Eevee that has a fighting type move. But that being said, though, like, this is the one that I think breaks the mold alongside with, like, it does more of the design language that Vaporeon does, right? That it is actually trying to look like something other than what it is, right? Because if you look at the back here, right, like, a lot of them, so Glaceon, Umbreon, Flareon, Jolteon, Espeon, they're not trying to be something else in their design, maybe even Sylveon. They're not trying to be something else in their designs, but you can tell that Vaporeon and Leafeon, they're trying to be a little bit more than their designs. They're like Vaporeon actually has fish-like attributes, and Leafeon has plant-like attributes, right? That's what I'm trying to get at. And so, but like, they didn't make it look like they still made it look like the design looks cute, though. And that is probably a big part of the what's important to the Pokemon Company's actual design team's design language for Pokemon. And like, let's just flat out get this out of the way. Pokemon Company probably has hundreds, if not even thousands, of different mock-up designs for each individual Eeveelution. They probably care so much more about these Pokemon designs more than any other. Probably. I'm just assuming here. But they probably have mock-ups, okay? And these are just what they gave us, right? That's what I'm trying to get at. And so, like, it is probably very important to the Pokemon team to get the Eeveelution designs right on their, like, release designs. And they probably keep that very hidden, very secretive. But I wanted to also, like, so let's get to Glaceon. Glaceon is a very weird one, because other than it's like those little things hanging down on it, and other than its forehead thing that kind of, I guess you're supposed to assume looks kind of like a glacier or like looks like ice, there's not a lot to it that makes you think that it is an ice type. I don't know, but like, there's not a lot to it that makes you think that it's an ice type, other than the fact that it's, I guess it has this cooler color to it. But once they tell you it's an ice type, you're like, oh, okay, it's an ice type. But it is, like, imagine this. Before this, what generation was this? Okay, Generation 4. Imagine Generation 4. Before Generation 4 released, imagine there was mock-ups, fan art on the internet of Ice-type Pokemon. And imagine an Ice-type Eeveelution. And imagine that they were all like an Eevee plus, like imagine an Eevee that was like ice blue colored and it had literal ice shooting out of its fucking eyeballs and it had ice shooting out of its paws and ears. The ears were like shaped like ice or something. Like, fan art designs can be really bad. Like, that would not look cute at all. Like, the Pokemon team probably cares more about making the Eeveelution design look as cute as possible over looking like what its typing is supposed to resemble, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. But like, so Glaceon, other than the fact that it like maybe those little ear looking thing, the things that are hanging, like, you know, those hoodies that have those little straps and then you like pull them and it like closes the hood. Just keep you warm. Other than that, like, I don't think that there's anything other. It looks kind of like a native's like a rural type of native design with like this weird like diamond shaped parts on its back and then its tail and then the little I don't even know what those are, but like, it is an interesting design. It's probably one of they probably struggled with this design, I think, when designing it. I think that's my opinion. Because how do you design a ice type Eeveelution that is first and foremost needs to look as cute as possible first before looking like resembling its typing? But so obviously, let's get to the next one. I think, what would be, so, Espeon, probably the weirdest design of all time. It's for representing the sun, or like the sun Pokemon. It's called the sun Pokemon. But it's called it's a psychic type. It's probably the weirdest design out of all of them, but it's still cute though. If we actually break down its design, there's like a few things here we can actually extract from it. It looks like a, oh, what are those called? Like not a Siamese, right? Not a Siamese. Lynx cat. No, hold on. Yeah, Sphinx. My bad. It kind of looks... God, they're actually uglier than I remember. In a cute way, of course. But, like, it looks like a Sphinx in a weird way. Even though it has these little tufts here on its... But, like... I'm sorry. But, and it has these giant ears. It has this thing in the middle of its eyes, little jewel-looking thing, and it has this twin tail at the back, on the back of its tail. It is a very odd design to represent the sun, but it's a very interesting but still very cute design. Like, it's supposed to look like an alien. That's basically what it is. And it's like, that's the only attribute that it has in its design that makes you think that it's a psychic type, I think. And they probably, like, I wonder how many mock-up designs they probably made for this Pokemon. But, I don't know how else I can break it down other than that. It's supposed to look like a psychic type. It's, like, psychic types are supposed to be, like, the most smartest of all the Pokemon. They have like almost human-like intelligence. Espeon is supposed to look like an alien, I think, honestly. and that's about it. But Umbreon is an interesting one as well, because I wonder what made them conclude with this design. Like, if you just look at it without knowing that it's a dark type, if you were to look at it in black and white, you wouldn't know what it is, like, whatsoever. You would think, oh, what is that? Like, is that a... You would literally not know what it is, because I don't know what the rings are actually supposed to symbolize, in all honesty. Other than the fact that it has red eyes, that's the only thing that you can take away from it. That makes you conclude, probably, with thinking that it's a dark type, right? And it is a pretty simple design. Like, it looks hairless as well, for some reason. It's very interesting to look at. It makes me wonder how they formed a lot of these Eeveelution designs. Like, but here's the thing. When you look at them all together, right? When you look at them all together, you're able to recognize that all their each individual design and why they all make sense, Pokemon typing wise, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. I hope I've been making sense this whole time, honestly. But then when we get to Sylveon's the most obvious thing of all time. Sylveon, you know it's a you know it's a fairy type. It's got these baby blue eyes or pink eyes, I don't know. It's got these baby blue eyes. You know what it is. You automatically know what this is. That it is a fairy type. So, if we were to just Pokemon flying type. If we are Eeveelution flying type. If we are to put ourselves through some masochism right here, that looks like a mega evolution for some reason. That's okay looking. Like, you know, like Lofteon. Weird name. That's actually the least bad looking design I've ever seen. Honestly. But, hey, look. Because people probably know. Yeah, why we could really get a flying type. Yeah, people are figuring out. Because winds and waves. But yeah. The thing is like with a lot of fan art designs, they never look like they make sense. Like, Pokemon Company probably has a literal Bible with how it comes to like the design language and the design rules, like a rule book on when it comes to Eeveelutions, and they probably have thousands of mock-ups for each typing as well, that they probably have a whole committee on and have to settle on a single design with, right? But like the thing is that they have to the Eeveelution has to look like it goes well with the others. So that's the thing. I really wish a lot of mock-up designers would just make better designs. But like, yeah, we very well could get a new Eeveelution in Winds and Waves, because they wanted to release a flying type for Sun and Moon, but they just didn't think it would fit. But Winds and Waves for the game that's called Winds and Waves, we very well could get another Eeveelution from the literal release called Winds. You know, like an actual flying type. We actually could get one. So, that being said, like, I hope I hope like what I was saying came across in this video well. Like, the thing is that a lot of these designs, they're very abstract in their designs, but when they all, like, when you put them all together, they look like they make sense all together, like right here in this picture, for example. But yeah, I hope that anyone who watched this video, I hope that you actually liked this video. I wanted to just try to make a detailed analysis on this, but yeah. Like, Pokemon Company probably cares more about trying to make an Eeveelution look cute before calling it, like, designing an actual Eeveelution that's supposed to resemble the typing that it's supposed to be. Like, I really doubt we would ever get a bug type Eeveelution, like, ever, especially like, or a steel type Pokemon. Now, steel type Eeveelution, that would be very, like, also here's the thing, like the Eeveelutions, like, if you actually, I'm pretty sure, like, what is it, like, they're Pokédex entries or something. Like, if you know about, like, how the Eeveelutions actually work and how they're supposed to evolve or get their Eeveelution types, you would know that it's pretty grim. Like, it's very dark. Like, I think that they, like, describe it like Eevee, like, how an Eeveelution works is that, like, let's say an Eevee is like, an Eevee only, like, evolves in becomes like a Glaceon or something by excruciating torment in the snow or something, and then it evolves and becomes a Glaceon. Like, that's not exactly what they say in the entries, I think, but, like, I've seen someone talk about this before. Like, the Eeveelution, how they become Eeveelutions is actually pretty grim and dark. I'm pretty sure. I could probably try to look it up. I could be, like, overanalyzing that, but, like, that's what I seen someone, like, how they looked at the, like, official lore. That's how I saw someone look at the official lore of Eeveelutions and how they work. Like, basically Eevee has a unstable genetic makeup, and through, like, very harsh, like, very, very harsh climates, it evolves in very certain ways, basically. But you would be, like, through that lens, I wouldn't ever be able to see a bug type Eeveelution could make sense theoretically, because that could be, like, an environmental thing, maybe. I don't see a steel type Eeveelution ever happening through that, but a flying type could make sense. I feel like I am getting off course now with trying to, like, lore wise all of this, but yeah, I just wanted to make this quick video because I wanted to talk about, like, how it comes to, like, I just wanted to talk about design language when it comes to Eeveelutions, and how I think a lot of people get it wrong, but I also wanted to talk about how, yes, we very much could be getting a flying type Eeveelution this next generation, and I hope that we do get one, and I hope that it is good. I hope that it is a cute flying type Eeveelution, though. But yeah, I feel like I got off course. I'm so sorry. But I hope you liked this terrible video. I hope I made sense with a lot of my analyses or whatever. I hope you liked the video though. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Sorry if this seemed a little washy, but like, have a great day though. Bye now. I literally just forgot, like, as I was ending off my video, I forgot the idea of, I wanted to still talk about, I wanted to sort of quickly add in here, the idea of how I saw someone come up with the great theory of, not theory, but like, the idea of, Pokemon Company doing a, regional variants. Regional variant Eeveelutions would be super cool, right? But I think that only makes sense if the regional variant, like, I think regional variants only may work if it is a, no, because like Raichu was just an electric type, and then it got the extra psychic type, not psychic, I think it got the extra fairy typing alongside of electric, right? But like, yeah, like a regional variant Eeveelution would be really cool. But I don't understand. I don't know. There's so many here. You wouldn't know which one to combine and to make a regional variant. Like, and it would be very hard to make it make sense, I think. Like, imagine Galar region, regional type, like a Glaceon, a Galar region Glaceon regional type that is, I don't know, maybe part steel type, who knows. Like, I don't understand how you would be able to make an excuse for making that work, but it would be cool. Regional type Eeveelutions would be pretty cool. But I just don't think that regional types, I don't think that the Pokemon Company would actually be very happy with that at all. Like, having regional typings of Eeveelutions, I don't think that they would like that. I think that they're supposed to like be like their own, all their own thing, so to speak. But yeah, I just wanted to squeeze that in there. Okay, bye now.